Hey everyone, it's CricketSong with Lunar Wisdom, and you're watching another episode of Wyrds, Witches, Witchcraft. And I'm here with my usual co-host, Obsidian Fire. Say hello.
Hello, comment vous allez ce matin? J'espère que vous allez bien. Vous êtes prêts? Vous allez pouvoir poser un certain nombre de questions que je vais essayer de dispatcher à mes deux amis ici présents. Et voilà, et comme toujours, n'hésitez pas à laisser des commentaires. Pas des questions, par contre, hein. Les questions, c'est juste là. Et voilà, sous la vidéo et tout ça et tout ça. On y va! Let's go!
Yay! And today we're here with Aaron Lozano.
Yes. Good job. Yay.
With Turtle Heart Tarot.
First try.
I didn't even like second guess. I said that's right. But then after I said it, then I second guessed it. And
You did it right. Good job.
That's all right.
Hello.
With Turtle Heart Tarot, and we're doing readings today. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I noticed with this new, I don't know if they did an update or something. I used to be able to see the number of viewers live, but I don't see that number anywhere. So I have no idea how many people are actually watching us right now. I used to have a number, like it would pop up like in this Hangout screen and would tell me, you know, so many live, but I don't even see that anymore. There's 6. Thank you. But I don't know. How come I can't see that anymore? Anyway, weird. So as far as I know, like there could be nobody, but I see in chat someone said that there's 6. Okay, so good. So we're doing readings today, and if you haven't been or seen or watched or been in chat when we've done these readings, we do quick readings, 2-3 card readings depending, and we take not complex questions, you know, basic questions. We'll pull cards, we'll work together and give you a reading. So if you're in chat and you have a question that you would like a quick reading on, please ask your questions in capital letters. Usually I don't like screaming, what is it, shout text it's called or whatever. But for chat, because we get going and it gets really busy, your questions in capital letters. And then the other rule we generally have is please ask one question, but if we have time at the end, we may go back and take another question from the same viewer. So basically it's one question per viewer, but if we have spare time, we may take an extra question from you. Now, Obsidian, are you pulling cards today or are you just watching chat for us?
No, I don't pull cards.
She's not going to pull cards today. Okay. You never know. There may be a time in the future where she decides to pull cards because sometimes she feels drawn to do it. She did it once before.
She did.
Yeah. Maybe one time.
Once before she did. So she's going to be keeping her eyes open on chat for us. So, yes. So I know I just saw someone per Bugaloo ask. Can you tell me anything about any of my past lives? All right. So let's go, Aaron. Let's see what we got. Per Bugaloo. Hi, everybody. All right. Oh, what deck are you using tonight, Aaron?
Tonight I'm using the Everyday Witchcraft Tarot deck. It's really good, actually. I really like how it's witchy, but it's not too whimsical. That's usually what I'm using now.
Okay. And I'm using the Book of Shadows as above. Still working it with for now.
How do you like it so far?
Yeah. Yeah. It's all right. I'm waiting for Benabelle's new deck.
Yeah.
I ordered it. I got my medium white book in. Can't wait for her. All right, let's see what we got. All right. So what do you got, Aaron, for this person? Past lives?
For this person, whenever I deal with past lives, I always feel it's more about the lesson. So it's more about what you coming into this reality with. And I feel for you that there was power in the past before. You did contain power. You did contain whatever it was, witchy, shaman, whatever it was. And now you're learning not having that power, but growing it back up to where it was. You may have come into this life blessed in certain areas, but I feel like power, nature, everything like that, you're having to relearn again. So
Yeah, yeah, I definitely see that. I mean, I'm looking at I pulled 3 cards, and I definitely feel like there is this power that you had in the past and that you still maintain now, like a witchy, or like Aaron said, some sort of psychic, witchy kind of power or energy. And you followed the path in your past life, and you're following it again now. It's just something happened,
yes.
or something wasn't recognized in the previous life, that sort of set you back to the starting line. Like maybe you went in a direction that you didn't mean to with this power in a past life, and now you're re-exploring that. But the one card that really caught my attention in this particular deck is the Omen card, which is in the Rider-Waite, it's the Tower card.
Mm-hmm.
This one really caught my attention because there's something about that destroying and rebuilding that's occurring in your life now with this power, with this path, that is essential to your experience. And the 3 cards I pulled were all major arcana cards, which obviously there's something substantial here for me. Yeah.
Next.
Yes,
so
next.
Lorenzo Garibaldi is asking, how can I unblock my gift?
Can I unblock my gift? How can I unblock my gift? All right. So what I see here is there's definitely, again, some feeling of psychic working, magical working, something like that, something out of the mundane, something dealing with some kind of ritualistic meditation or a spell or ritual or shadow working, something more in a spiritual aspect, but something like journeying, something like that, that will help you understand what the blockages are, or what the obstacles are, and sort of how to work through that resistance that you're experiencing. And the crone shows up, the crone of air in this deck for you, which talks to me about, at least for me when I interpret it, it's some sort of teacher, mentor, guide of the spiritual sense that is going to help you overcome these obstacles. So I feel like there's something that you are meant to do to recognize what the obstacles are, and then there'll be this personality, whether it's an actual physical person or a spiritual guide or helper, that will help you work through whatever that blockage is.
Yes, I agree with that. I do want to add that something I feel is text. It's written, it's book, it's learning. It's something that you need to feel and touch in order for you to connect to make that gift pop and come out. And I think it's like reevaluation of your goals as far as what you think your gift is and what the gift could possibly be. That's what I feel. Like you haven't pinpointed it yet. You want a gift, but you don't know what that gift is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So next, Indigo Raven asks, will I meet my true evolved love? And have I worked on all I need to? Close for looking.
Well, I hate to say it, but I feel no, because we're always evolving, especially when it comes to love and relationships. But with you, I do feel that there is still lingering baggage with you. God, whenever they ask love questions, it's like, you know you're going to meet that one that you're going to meet that's going to be perfect when you're healthy. And as you grow, in turn, it will attract that person that's also growing. And I do feel that there is a person there. I do feel that love is there. The Queen of Cups comes up. So that's like a Scorpio sign for me. That's a passionate person. So you would meet that one that's going to light your fire, that's going to want you to, that's going to not worship you, but want to be with you. But I just feel that there's still more for you to do right now as far as love goes.
Yeah, I do feel like you will meet an evolved love. It doesn't mean like the ultimate or your true, but I do feel like in the future there is going to be an evolved love that you will meet in the physical in this incarnation.
Yeah.
But you're still going through some transitioning right now, personally. There's, whether it's baggage that you're working through, whether it's wounds that are being healed, but there's still this transition from who you were to who you're going to be in order to meet this evolved love. Like, I agree with Aaron, we're constantly evolving, we're constantly shifting and transitioning. But I feel like in this lifetime, in this particular incarnation, there is someone substantial that you will spend, a long time in the physical with, but you're still going through some sort of shifting and changing right now. So that even if you did meet them, you wouldn't be ready to be with them yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I got.
Next. Okay, so next is Iris Seeker. What is the lesson I need to focus or work on this year?
If you're ready, you can start, Aaron. That's okay.
I think the lesson, I only pulled one card because.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying I only pulled one card because that's what I felt. I feel like the lesson here is about togetherness, community, coming together. The lesson is about working with other people this year. It's about producing the goals that you want in this lifetime by working with others. I think that, it's just about the coming together and solidifying ideas and not being open to them, not pushing them away.
Yeah, I feel like too, with that, the ideas, the inspiration, understanding what that is, and really having the faith to follow with that, having confidence in yourself, whether that's following an intuitive hit, whether that's following a practical sense, whether that's it's like having that drive and desire, accepting it and going with it towards manifestation, and however that presents itself.
Yes.
Recognizing your power in being able to create that, whether it's alone or with others. Yeah.
Okay, next. Shakir Latif asks, can you tell me what I have to look forward to turning 35 on March 9th?
35. Well, get used to hangover. You won't be able to pull through hangovers, I can tell you that at 35. Like you used to.
downhill from there.
No joke.
Please, people in the chat, can you write your question in capital letters? It's easier for me to keep up with. Thank you.
All right. So let's see. All right. So I feel Mother, the image of Mother is coming up here. So in this particular deck, there's Maiden, Mother, Crone for Knights, Kings, and Queens. So the Mother of Earth card is showing up here. So I would look at that and say, for you, 35 is sort of going in that phase of Mother. You're no longer the maiden, carefree, you know, no commitments. You're going into the card of Mother, which means, you know, making commitments, sort of grounding yourself, settling into something, rooting yourself in sort of projecting where you're going to be in the future, sort of like taking responsibilities, accepting commitments, whether it's to yourself, whether it's to projects or people in your life, but it's sort of like settling in, settling down kind of thing. The Book of Shadows shows up here too, which talks to me about knowledge, you know, understanding yourself more, understanding the nature of your relationships, the nature of your life, the nature of things around you, really, you know, diving into and comprehending more. It's sort of like getting serious and about things. And then the planetary, the 9 of Fire is what? Pluto? Oh, so this just talks to me about understanding that this is the conclusion. This is sort of where you're meant to be, sort of looking at that. And I would just take that. I don't know much about the planets and the energies of the particular planets, but I would suggest that for you, because I'm looking at these three, that Pluto probably has some energy of what's happening for you this year.
I agree. I agree. I just want to add that I know it's just I agree. This is the year for you. This is the year for you. 35 will be the ending of all the stuff that you've been worrying about, and it's more about moving forward this year. So this is the year for you to make things happen, because I feel everything's going to be moving in your way.
Okay. Next. Mike wants to know, will my book be traditionally published this year? And I think we already have this question last time.
Yeah, didn't we?
We did?
Was the same?
Was it?
I
don't even remember this
one.
I think I remember telling him not this year.
Yeah.
Really? I don't even remember this.
Wait, was it last year? And I said not 2018, but 2019, like later. I don't remember.
I think it was something along this line.
Oh, so we said 2019. So now he's asking if it's going to be 2019.
I suppose. Yeah. Maybe.
It's strange because even with like one-on-one clients, I don't remember what they ask, and I never remember what I tell them.
Yeah.
So the fact that I don't remember this isn't surprising. Like, I don't want to remember. That's too much shit to remember, man.
Yeah.
I have my own shit to deal with. I don't know if my own book's going to get published this year. All right.
God.
I hate to break the news, but I get a no. Not this year either.
I feel like it's
towards
still...
the end.
Yeah, like, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say towards the end of the year, but there still seems to be some issues with it.
Yes.
In this deck, the water suit, which is the cups, the goddesses come. They're like assigned with each of the goddesses, and we have Mahat, the Egyptian goddess of justice, weighing the feather. So I feel like there is still something to be worked out in order to find a balance. So and she's in a reverse position. So I feel like we're looking at later on in the year, if you can get these things set, like there's something that needs to be, or something needs to be worked out. But it looks like if it's going to be this year, it's going to be towards the end of the year. That's what I would say.
Yes. And I'm going to agree with that. And I'm going to tell you the cards that I got so that you just don't think I'm agreeing with her. It's the Queen of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Hanged Man. That says the same thing that she just said, that I feel like there's things working, that it's moving, but there's still stuff that's, need to be worked out. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, Brittany Mary Angel, I think. Yeah. Asks, what do I need to know? It's bro. What do I need to know?
Oh.
Oh, okay. I like that. Yeah. Nice broad question.
Yeah.
Oh, my cards have a weird smell tonight. Well, because I keep shuffling it, and then I get this whiff of, what is that? It's the card. Huh. What are you trying to tell me? Oh, I can't hear you. I have headphones on. What is in this watermelon water? You would think there is vodka.
Ooh, he done spiked you, girl.
No, I didn't. I told you.
I know. I'm saying your man poured. He's, I'll pour you some watermelon juice.
It's in the actual container. So unless he unscrewed it and it has ginger in it, this is really good stuff. Maybe the ginger is making me go gaga.
Yeah.
Oh, there's lemon in it too. No, I feel really weird tonight. I don't know. Silly. I feel like I'm drunk, but I'm not. I promise. All right. What's the what does she need to know? I'm like, what's the question? I know. See?
I don't know how to. Is it my turn?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Okay. I feel like there's a new path that you're taking. I don't know. It's really broad. I feel like there's a new path that you're taking, and it's like going to be bittersweet with the decisions that you're making right now, because the Emperor and the Empress show up, and that's kind of like feminine, masculine, abundance, but being strict. So it's kind of like, the Eight of Pentacles is there, and that's telling me that there's something new that's taking place, but that's skill-wise. So I feel like there's a new adventure, new outlook on life, and so you're going to have to deal with the bitter and the sweet part of it, but it'll come out okay. I just keep feeling like, I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm going to go from yours because I'm looking at the Six of Earth, the Six of Air, and Lamaze. Lamaze is a major card, but it's reversed. And it's the first of the three harvests. And generally, I look at Lamaze as reaping the first seeds, but it's in reverse. So I feel like whatever you're happening in the physical, because I feel like whatever you are looking to accomplish in the mundane, in the physical aspect, you're going to get to the end, but you're not going to quite get the reward that you imagined you were going to get. Now, the Six of Earth talks about transformations. It talks about changing from one direction to another. So as Aaron was saying, he felt like some sort of change or different direction you're going in. I agree. I feel like you're shifting, you're changing, you're moving from one place, one focus to another. And then the Six of Air talks about paying attention to the surroundings, to the people who help you, who are allies in the physical. So looking at team members or friends or family that are helping you to try to get to where it is you want to go. But even with this help in this new direction, you're still not going to get everything you're hoping to get or the rewards that you're working for, because I feel like there's just something you're not seeing or something you're not catching. But it doesn't mean you're not going to get some reward.
Yeah.
You are. It's just not everything you are planning for.
Yeah.
Okay, next. So it was G-Mark 100 before he or she removed the message to write it back in capital letters. So the question is, am I on the right path for my life purpose, or does the universe wants me to do more?
I hate to break it to you, but the universe always wants us to do
I
more.
was just going to say that too. Just when you think it's enough,
I know.
there's always more.
Something new coming forward.
There's always more.
Yeah. There is no end.
I know.
Process.
Ever becoming. All right, so I think you are on the right path. Definitely feel like you're on the right path. But as we both said, there is always more. I feel like when I saw the path actually came up in the spread here. So we got the path, the world, and the Seven of Fire. So the path is telling me, yes, you're on the right path. The world, because it's reversed, is telling me there's still more. There's still more for you to be empowered with. There's still more for you to experience. There's still more in the world for you to have an influence over and be influenced by. And that influence is the Seven of Fire, which is the planet of Uranus. So I'm not too, again, the planets and me, I still am studying on what the planet energies are talking about, but keywords here suggest expect the unexpected. Just when you think you are complete, bam, guess what? We said the universe wants more for you. So that sort of thing. But I would leave you with homework on doing some research on the energies of that planet to help guide you into what direction, you can expand into.
Mm-hmm. I agree. The Ten of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Pentacles comes up, saying the same thing she just stated. You're ending one cycle, going into the next. You're on the right path, but the High Priestess is saying there's that more. There's always the unseen. There's always the unknown there, and there will be more. So the Ace of Pentacles is telling me, though, that it's going to be prosperous as you move into that next part of it. So.
Okay, next. Apple Tree says, I am an empath and new tarot reader in Witch. I'd like to know if my ancestors have a divine message for me.
So how do you say, so mote it be in French?
Qu'il en soit ainsi. Or, ainsi soit-il.
She says it way too fast. I
know.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, hi, Brian. Brian said hi earlier, my husband. He's watching.
Hi, Brian. If my ancestors have a divine message for me.
I say your ancestors want, if you have an altar to, like, it's just an altar, you need to separate the two, because I feel like they want to be honored in their own way, you know, like an altar for the dead, whatever it is. I feel like they want that from you if you're planning on working with them. If not, then stick with your altar that you have. But I feel like they want you to keep on this path of, I would say like earth magic, but to me that's like hoodoo, voodoo, shamanistic. It's more connecting with the earth and being part of that ritual with the earth, like the old ways. And that's what I feel like they're telling you, to move in that direction. But if you're going to move in that direction, an altar for them would be nice. That's what I would have to say.
I'm gonna 100%. I didn't get the thing about the altar, but I have something else to go with that.
Good.
But the elemental of earth showed up, like that showed up. So yeah. I'm 100% on that with Aaron, that connecting with the energy of the earth in a ritualistic or a spiritual sense, however that manifests for you. The other part, and that this definitely can be connected to an altar for the ancestors, but there's some suggestion I'm getting here is that they're connected with you and they're trying to communicate with you, but there seems to be some sort of disconnect there, and maybe it is sort of setting up a special place or a space or a time where you can intentionally look to connect with them, because I feel like they have wisdom they want to share with you, but for some reason it's just not, like there's this, like they're calling you on the phone, but for some reason you're not picking up, kind of thing. So working on making that connection, which is why I think maybe the altar would definitely set up that telephone line for them, for you.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. Next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next. Does Joe Wilson asks, does Spirit have any messages for me today? And if so, what?
Ooh, I dropped a card. I've got to find that one, because obviously that's an important one.
Oh, wait, what was the question again? Sorry.
Does the Spirit have any messages for me today?
Okay.
Ooh. It was just messages from Spirit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is what I got for you. The three cards that came up was the Four of Fire, Initiation, and Maiden of Water. Okay. So what this tells me, the Four of Fire is the planet of Mars. Now, I may not know a lot about a lot of planets, but Mars and Venus are two that I totally get. So Mars is talking about courage and sort of preparing for battle or challenges. You know, the god Aries, I associate with Mars, that kind of sort of being ready for battle, whether it's, you know, physical confrontation, whether it's having courage to handle a spiritual battle of sorts, or overcoming or battling your own fears, which is what I think we're talking about here, because the next card is Initiation, which again is sort of like looking at our shadows, looking at a transformation taking place, a spiritual transformation being one thing, and going through this sort of process to become a new version of you and handling things, you know, being on the cusp of a change and going through that change. And then the Maiden of Water is being associated with that spiritual and emotional stuff. So I feel like, you are in the midst or on the cusp of going through some sort of major breakthrough, whether we're talking about a spiritual or an emotional situation that you're being involved with, but having the courage to actually face it and embrace that warrior spirit that you have within you and allowing that to come through to be able to handle whatever this is.
For me, I got the Chariot, the Three of Cups, and the Page of Cups. And that goes along with what she says, with what CricketSong says. I think that, yes, for some reason, I also feel like you're going to meet the group that will help you get through this as well. I use the word coven, but that doesn't mean, it has to be a coven, but it could mean a spiritual circle. It could mean a psychic development circle. It could be those people that are like-minded, and that will aid you. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, initiation and coven go well.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't want to...
I know. Yeah, it may not be a coven.
Yeah.
Coven. It could be, though.
Yes,
but it might
it
not
could.
be.
Okay, next. Maria in something. What does Charlie want to tell me but is too shy to say? And how soon can I expect for him to talk to me?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Geez.
Men are really complicated.
Charlie.
Oh, Lord.
Charlie wants you to pray to the Lord.
I feel like we answered this last time with
Did
someone
we?
else. No, with someone else, though. Like, they asked, like, what is this person thinking, and are they going to call me?
Oh, yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
He's going to call you, but what I feel he wants to tell you is that there are other priorities in place that he needs to take care of before any relationships can take place. Because the King of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles tells me it's ambition that he's really after. He wants to make something. And the Ten of Cups just tells me he will call you.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like what we're getting here is that you need to be patient, that you need to wait. But I do feel like there is going to be communication. There is going to be a connection. There is going to be some sort of exchange. I'm just getting that you need to wait. And once the communication is made, so I guess he will call you, but I don't know if it's going to be a call. I'm actually seeing a face-to-face conversation. However, that's going, well, I guess it could be something like this. It could be a call on Skype or a video. But there is sort of this feeling of face-to-face communication, and it's going to be the start of something, the start of some sort of ongoing thing, whether it's a new thing or whether it's something that is shifted or changed a little bit. Yeah.
All right, probably our last question.
Really? Holy moly.
I suppose. So Brittany Mary asks, what are my twin flames' current feelings towards me and our connection?
Well, now, see, twin flames and soulmates are different, right? I was taught twin flames are people that where we mesh well with, I guess. Is that correct? They're not soulmates, right? I don't know.
I don't see twin flames the same as soulmates, but I don't even know if I necessarily jive or align with the idea of twin flames anyway. So.
Okay. Twin flames.
What I was told is twin flames are supposed to be one soul that broke into two parts. Yeah. So you're looking for your other half. Soulmates, I see as just someone who you're meant to fulfill a contract with, but I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Hey, Shadow, I see you in chat there. How are you doing? What are my twin flames' current feelings? All right, so I don't know what I see. It looks like that the relationship here is one of protector and the one being protected. So I feel like that's the dynamic of the relationship between the two of you at this time. I'm just unclear, and I almost feel like the roles are not like stagnant. Like at one time you may be protector and you're protecting your twin flame, and in another situation your twin flame is acting as protector of you. And the card that I have in the middle of the two of you is the card that symbolizes the sort of signs or actually it's the card that symbolizes runes. You know, the Futhok runes is the card that symbolizes that, and it sort of talks to me about sort of like this transition. Depending on how the runes are thrown is the message you'll get. So I almost feel like we're talking about this change in the dynamic of the relationship between one being the protector and then the other one being the protector, depending on the context of the situation. So I almost feel like this relationship isn't necessarily a partnership, but that the sort of stronger person shifts from time to time in that way, almost like a seesaw kind of thing. So I do feel like there's love and devotion, but I also feel like there's this very strong sense of needing to protect the other from fate, from destiny, from circumstances kind of thing. I don't know. That's what I got.
I got the 3 of Wands, 2 of Coins, and 10 of Coins. And the first word that came up to mind regarding the coins was contract, business. And I feel like that's what this relationship kind of is. Like it's contract, like it was written, and so you're playing out the part. Whether it's twin flames or whatever, I just feel like it's you signed up for this journey, and now you got to run the course and let it go through. And the 3 of Wands just tells me that that's what that is. Like running through, waiting for things to take place, to fall into place, and then the contract will eventually be met or whatever, you know. But I don't feel like, you know, I don't know. That's all I got.
Yeah, see, yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely can see that contract kind of idea. I definitely can see that. Like I said, it feels like there's that shift.
Yes.
So it's like, yeah, it could be playing out that contract.
So we still have around 15 minutes left. Do you want to save some time, CricketSong, or do we took?
I don't know. What do you want to? I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe.
Do another. Do we have it? We have another.
Yeah, one, maybe 2 more.
Okay.
We go? Okay, so Kara Fortune wants to know, are you able to contact past animals? And will my past pet return to me someday?
Sure.
Now this person says pet.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm going to go with what Spirit tells me. And I feel like I don't feel like it is dog or, I feel like it's a lizard or something that she's asking if her pet's going to come back. I feel like it's not on the huge, like it's not Lassie or it's not Fifi the cat. I feel like it's a lizard. So maybe the spirits are telling me that the lizard's going to be her past pet, but I feel that lizards and like something like that reptile is going to take place for her. I feel like yes, it will come back. I feel like it's more on the lizard side. Yeah, that's what I got.
So I have a question. I don't know a lot about reptiles, but is there a lizard or something like that that has some sort of wings, or something that looks like it has wings?
I know snakes. The viper can open up its thing. Like,
is there some? I see a gecko with wings, but I know it's not a gecko. That's why I said, oh yeah, lizard. So if there's a lizard that has something that look like wings, or something like gills, or ear, not ears. Lizards don't have ears, but something that opens up that looks like wings. So that's what I see.
yeah,
So whatever this pet is,
yeah,
that's what I see. It's air water kind of combination. I agree. It's not a cat. It's not a dog.
no,
It's
yeah,
something like that. But I do see it sort of making contact. But I see something about documenting the time between then and now, or then when it left and when it comes back, because whatever you experience in this time when it is not with you is going to be important to the relationship that you develop when it returns. But it's going to return in that sort of reptile with wings. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
But it's some sort of reptile, or something that resembles wings. Gliding lizard, something like that.
Yeah. And I feel like
a dragon, but I know it's not. But isn't there something like that's a lizard that it has a drag, like some kind of?
It'll do its thing. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it will.
Some
there is a lizard like that. Yeah.
Yes. What is that called? I'm
going
to look it up when we're offline.
And I also feel like you'll know it's your pet because I feel like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Like that pet will do the same thing that your other pet did. So that's what I feel.
Maybe Shadow says maybe a gliding lizard have wings, something like that. Yeah. But I agree. It's like that personality. Like if let's say it was a cat. If your cat always went to the window and meowed at something, this lizard with wings is going to go to the window and make some kind of behavior towards it. So you're going to be like, oh my God, it's fluffy. But it's
yes.
Yeah. I agree.
That was a weird question, but a good question.
Yeah, I know.
I was like,
right?
What the heck?
Everyone's doing good. How are you guys? I'm good. How are you? Hey there.
So Lorenzo Garibaldi asked if you have time, which is kinda. I would like to know what my gift is.
What is your gift?
Now he's the one that said,
Yeah.
Am I evolving with my gifts or something like that? Okay, so then we said, I feel like your gift is okay. Let's see here.
I have the song playing in my head that will not leave, and it is so not quite appropriate to our readings. And it's not like I heard this song before we came on air or anything either. It's weird. Your gift. Well, your gift is earth-based, I would say, because all the cards that I pulled are earth. 5 of earth, 4 of earth, maiden of earth. So earth-based gift. So I would say something like psychometry, touching something like Reiki, laying on of hands, something that you make physical contact with is where your gift stems from.
Yep. And I got Knight of Pentacles. There's your earth. The 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords came up as healing, like transmutation of energy. Taking other people's feelings and transmuting them to help them heal. So yes. And I hate every time somebody asks what their gift is, for some, it's always healing. But for you, it's healing. It's transmutation of energy. It's processing of information with other people, helping them through their hard times.
Yeah, I agree.
And look what she just said, girl. Right there, look at. She said her cat died, and that she had reptiles, and she never thought that it would come back as a reptile.
Really?
Where she said it.
Oh, there it is. My cat passed away a year ago. Well, living with us, I never even thought about him coming back that way. Oh my God! Yes. Talk about
that's crazy. And we were like, wow.
What's the song? That song? I don't even know exactly what the title is, but it's like, I'm coming up. I want the world to know.
Yes, Diana Ross, I'm coming out.
That song. That's the one that's playing in my head. What the heck?
So one more?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Okay, so Emilio de Luna says, I'm curious about my love life. I feel like it's almost time for him to show, but I feel something holding me back. So it's not totally a question, but it is.
Like something's holding him back?
Her back?
Her back?
Yeah.
Holding.
Oh wait, Emilio. Oh, that's a guy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Emilio de Luna. I saw de Luna. I'm like, oh, it's a girl. Okay. No.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I think you should take the leap because the Fool comes up. I think you should open your heart to it. The Page of Wands and the 5 of Swords comes up, and that's kind of telling me you're going to have to not have expectations. You're going to have to let a lot of stuff that's happened in the past go with this person and take that leap to make something new out of it. Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, I feel like along with what Aaron's saying is there's this release of emotion. So, I mean, if you are holding something in, like he said, take the leap, let it go, make yourself vulnerable, sort of like allow things to flow from you, allow that release. And take the leap of faith. Also, the wheel of the year shows up here. So go with the flow, allow things to unfold. Don't force anything, but really, again, the release, go with it. Don't resist, but go with it. Be vulnerable and open and go with it is what I see here. Yeah. I feel like if you're asking what's holding you back, I feel like it's your fear of being vulnerable and your fear of like letting go.
Okay, we have no more.
Yeah, no more and no more time. We're at 9:27.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was good.
Yeah.
Guys, we're done.
That was so quick. This goes by so quick.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Aaron, for being
You're
a part of
welcome.
this. We need to reschedule. We need to schedule the next one before you hang up with us tonight. And if you want a full reading, Aaron's link is in the information section. You can find him on Facebook, on his website. He does live stream on your or on is it Bonnie?
It's both. I do mine on Turtle Heart Tarot, and then Brenda's every other.
Brenda. No, sorry, I called her Bonnie. Brenda. They do a Monday live stream.
Mystical Mondays.
Yes, Mystical Mondays. You should check that out. You can find him for tarot readings on Facebook too, or just on your website. On his website, Turtle Heart Tarot. I know that's in the information section. I also offer readings. You can check it out on lunarwisdom.net, intuitive readings. And I do a free pick a card on Wednesdays. You can check that out on my Facebook. And we'll be here next week. Obsidian, what are we talking about next week?
Totally no.
I don't remember what we're talking about next week, but we don't have a guest. I know that. It's just you and me chatting next week.
Where my schedule?
I don't know. I usually have it up, but I've been, I lost track of time earlier.
Please, the flight needs to open. Protection magic.
Protection magic. That's right. We're talking about protection magic next week. So tune in to find out all you need to know about protection magic in an hour. Yeah, right. Thank you all for being
advertised.
Yeah, thank you all for being in chat. And Selena's, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, Obsidian Fire has something to say.
Yeah. No. Si, bonne soirée ou bonne matinée, bonne journée, ça dépend de quelle heure vous nous regardez. J'espère que ça aura été instructif. Moi, j'ai trouvé ça très sympa, comme toujours. Retrouvez-nous la semaine prochaine ou une autre fois. De toute façon, vous pouvez toujours nous revoir en différé. Et merci à tous ceux qui nous regardent et qui nous suivent. À bientôt. Bye bye.
Thank you, Aaron, for being on the show with us.
Thank you so much. Bye.
All right. Love you all. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Bye.
Bye.